describe a pivotal moment in your career that significantly influenced your approach to leadership?
Oh, yeah. All right. I want to talk about something that happens a lot in the workplace, in our professional lives, even in our personal lives. A friend of mine referred to it as getting big-footed, big-footed. And in my mind, I picture I'm just standing there and somebody just comes along and they're just walking along and they don't realize it and they just squished me or what I was working on or any of that. And it's as if they didn't even know it. And I think it's really important for us for those of us who've experienced it, those of us that haven't, then congratulations. But I think it's important to take lessons from these experiences. And for me, it happened one time. I was very excited early in my career to be working with a very well-known, leadership expert, probably one of the best known at the time. And through nothing to do with that person directly, but people hired by that person, I had my career kind of snuffed out there pretty early because I accidentally said something that was not intended to be insulting. I was giving feedback when I was asked for it, and the person took it that personally and then acted on it and pretty much ran me out of there. And there's a lesson to be drawn from that. I mean, it was all the stuff that someone, would imagine it would be. It was deflating. It was disappointing. It was angering. It was unfair. It was unjust. And so I didn't ever want to feel that again. And I think it made me more considerate of other people. And so whenever there's decisions being made that affect someone's career, I'm trying to bring that to the forefront and really think about it. And then also try to build better alignment with people rather than just blaming them in the instance for things not working out. Maybe be a better assessor of alignment up front, and then a better aligner along the way. And one of the topics that's been on our radar lately is feedback and giving feedback and how important this activity is. Well, one of the reasons we all know it's important, but we don't dig into the why. Why is feedback so important? And it's because of something we're not allowed to talk about because it's insulting. But it's not insulting. It's just a human fact, and it's called ignorance. Human ignorance is we're all ignorant of something. Nobody has perfect knowledge. So ignorant is not intended to be an insult. It's just intended to state the reality that I can only perceive so much of reality. And then the rest of it, I don't know it exists. So I'm essentially ignoring it. It's as much as me ignoring it. It just doesn't exist. Now, if I'm made aware of it and I continue to act like that's not true, now there's a problem, But if I've never been given that feedback to help complete my picture of reality, then how would I know? How would I be given the chance to do it? And so feedback is the lesson here. Feedback as an alternative to drastic actions that really impact a person's life. And so a way we describe it, I do at least, is to be a wooden ladder versus an aluminum ladder. And I remember as a kid growing up, my father was in construction, and most of the workers would have aluminum ladders, but there was one guy and he had a wooden one, and I didn't understand why. And I asked him about it one time because they're heavier. That's why they're heavier to carry around and seem clunkier, not as cool, not as shiny. It's old and wooden and that. He said, because the reason is he prefers a wooden ladder is he said, it will warn you before it breaks. And I remember, now this wasn't a management lesson or anything like that, but just, going through my career and experiencing the disappointments and not having the feedback, but instead just having consequences without the chance to respond, without the chance to increase my understanding of the fuller picture, without somebody helping to reduce my ignorance, that it's it's unfair and it leads to unhealthy consequences. So being that wooden ladder, creaking before you break, which means giving that feedback and learning how to do it. And there's an art to it.